Hey guys, what is going on? So today we're going to try to find the shell counter. So I have the Bulwark Ember and the Igniter Typhon. So I've talked about these flamethrower weapons a lot recently, but I want to see if they can really take down the shell bot. So first let's try out the Bulwark and show you guys some gameplay. So this is with the 3 fortifiers on the Bulwark, so a lot of shielding protection, and we have some pilot skills going. And here is a shell bot in the center. Now the hardest part about using this build is you don't want to get too close to the shell bot because he'll typically run, Devastators and Scatter, which have a 200-meter range. So you want to stay out of that range, but then you don't want to go too far because then it gets really difficult to shoot with your Ember, just because the Ember sways so much, and an enemy running back and forth gets really hard to shoot at. So you can see I'm trying to aim here, I'm trying to aim at him, trying to shoot him, and it works best when he's not moving. And that made me think maybe to use, the lockdown module, but then I don't really think it's worth it over the healing and the phase shift. So that was the first Bulwark, and then this guy drops in another one here. So this one becomes a problem. So we don't have a last stand, we have 120,000, our health is dropping, we're using our shielding, trying to heal up, and you'll see the problem with the Bulwark in a second. So I thought the Bulwark was going to be a really decent counter to the shell bot, because great shielding, possibly okay speed, decent durability, and this is the problem. So I'm trying to stay back so that he can't use his ability against me, but he's not only faster, but he breaks through my shields, and I just simply can't take him down with the Ember, and then he takes me down. So there needs to be some way to lock him down or stop him, and the Bulwark just doesn't have the speed to run away from the shell bot, because obviously the shell bot is great at tracking down players down and running at them. Okay, so here we go, Bulwark once again, and we do have the Octanian drone here and everything. This is a pretty heavy upgraded Bulwark too. This isn't just like an average Bulwark that you pull out of the store. Okay, I'm trying to get into position so my Ember pop up, but the rest of the robot doesn't. And I kind of think I found the reason why a lot of players aren't running the Ember. It's simply because unless you're really up close, they're so hard to aim. 300 to 350 meters aiming the Ember is really difficult unless the player is just standing still. If they're moving back and forth, good luck trying to aim all your shots or all your damage at them, because it is extremely hard. And the shellbot just seems like it's being seen, I'm seeing it more and more in Champion League, and I think it's going to start really taking over as players start to upgrade it more. And I don't know if it needs a nerf yet. Maybe Pixonic should jump ahead of the problem, but I think the Havoc, Devastator, and Scatter could use a nerf, because that's what players are running on the shell typically. They run those weapons, and use the speed, get close, and then kill you and use their ability and everything. So I think those weapons could definitely use a nerf to balance things out, because they're definitely the strongest weapons in the game right now in terms of damage up close. You can see, so this Bulwark, it's not a bad build. The Bulwark's definitely not a bad robot. I used it the other day in a video, and you can get very decent kills and deal decent damage. It's just the shell bot. That's what we're looking for the counter to counter. Great reload on the Ember. And that's the question. What do you use to counter the shell bot? Come on. Uh-oh. Ah. There we go. Boom. And obviously okay, there we go. So obviously the big problem with the shell bot is, do you try to take down the shell bot's shields and try to burn through their shields, maybe with Storm or something? Or do you just try to take down the robot with rockets or flamethrower weapons? Here's a perfect example. So this is the problem. See him trying to shoot, I'm trying to back up at the same time to get out of the ability range. I can't get that. The Ember aren't dealing damage fast enough, so he can keep using his ability. I got suppressed somehow, and now I'm just still firing at him, and it's just not enough damage. He has a last stand anyways, and then I trigger his last stand, but that's it. That was pretty straight up. Jeez, even if I had perfect aim there, I do not think it would have worked. So here's the other side of the coin, the Typhon Igniter. I've been pretty high on this build recently, because I think it can probably be one of the best builds, and Typhon one of the best robots in the game. So here we go. Very decent damage with 4 Igniter. That is nothing to mess with. And obviously the big thing for the Typhon is you have your ability charge that can completely disable an enemy. So we got some shell bots up here. Let's see if we can take them down. Hit this guy. Boom. Gone. Since you can't lock them down with the Bulwark, you don't have this ability on the Bulwark, the players, they'll just keep moving, and it's a lot harder to hit them. When you can stop them from moving, the flamethrower weapons might be the best weapons in the game. Here's a shell bot. Alright, trigger that guy's last stand. I'm trying to target that shell bot, but they just keep coming. The Ravana, super annoying robot, but no problem if you hit him with that charge. Yeah, the Ravana's really been annoying me too these days. Jeez. Everybody's running the Ravana and the shell bot. The Ravana's just so annoying to kill because they just keep using their ability. But if you can hit them before they go into that ability, very decent. See, we're on godlike right now. We're just killing everything. We still have a last stand. What is that? Oh, here's another Typhon. See, he just hit me with his charge, but I have an anti-control module on this Typhon. Very useful module. I've talked about it before. Oh, geez. Now we're getting 2-on-1. Okay, they triggered a last stand and teleported out. And that is it. So Typhon, very decent build. We didn't really get a lot of shell bot action there because they kind of were like, you know, running away. But I think this build is the way to go for shell bots. Alright, here's a Phantom. A little bit harder to kill because he's a lot faster. And it's such a different lead. The difference between leading an enemy with like rockets versus Ember or Igniters or Blaze is a big difference. Because these weapons completely like curve when you're shooting them at a moving horizontal enemy. The rockets, obviously depends on the rocket, but they do not curve like this. Boom, there we go. And I do run triple fortifiers on the Bulwark. Obviously, I don't think it's worth running triple fortifiers on the Typhon, simply because you just have the one Aegis shield, and even if you triple fortifier it, I don't think it's better than a last stand, a thermonuclear reactor, and an anti-control module. Come on, let's shoot this guy. Boom, lock him down. And then torch. See, these weapons, all these flamethrower weapons do insane damage if you can get them locked down. And that's why I like this build with the Typhon so much. I'm not really seeing many shell bots here, but oh, here we go. Oh, he caught me at a bad time too. Guess I don't know how many my weapons are reloading, like. So here we go. I know it's 3-on-1 right now, but either way. Boom. Perfect. What the? Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. I'm going to go with the Typhon Igniter. That seems to be the most effective build against the shell bots for now. Let me know what you guys use or think is the best. Until next time, peace. See you guys next video.